What's up, everybody? Trinity here, and welcome back to Second Street. It's New Comic Book Wednesday, and here I am at my local comic book shop, Bases Cards and Comics, right here in Lancaster, California, to bring you all my comic book pull list for the week. Now, if you don't know what a comic book pull list is, there should be a video right up there where you can go and learn just a little bit more about that. Now, what I typically do is I go into my comic book list and I give you guys my DC and then Marvel, and then I get into indies and small press books because we are a DC channel now. No Marvel first, it's DC channel first here, baby. That's right. Now, before we get into the pull list, I do want to let you know that this is the week for the new previews. Guys, make sure you pay attention. Do a live stream. We'll talk about some of these things. And, you know, hey, channel members, Myrtle Maniacs, make sure that you pay attention for that live stream where we get a vote for some new comic books that are getting ready to come out for me to review here on the channel. And if you need to know a little bit more about channel memberships, make sure you click the link down in the description or the join button right next to the subscribe button. Let's go ahead and get right into my comic book pull list for the week, starting off with DC as always. Nowadays, I guess, anyway, right? We got Dark Knight's Death Metal Speed Metal issue number 1. Now, you know, I gotta admit, guys, I gotta catch up with that last one that came out, the Trinity Crisis one. I know, I didn't read my own book. I know. Yeah, that's what you're thinking, right? I still got to catch up with that one, then I'll get this one ready. We'll bring some reviews on those, because this whole world, this Dark Knight's Death Metal thing, like, I'm a little bit confused here. I don't know this whole world and everything. Like, this whole world is crazy and weird to me, but it's interesting. I don't know. I know there's some people out there who are longtime fans of, like, these franchises, you know, stuff here in the DC universe that don't like it as much as I do. Or, hey, I get it. I completely get it. Go to Marvel and read a Spider-Man book, okay? Let me know what you think. But also, guys, don't forget that if you go check out the DC app, they just released, they've been doing those digital firsts. They just came out with Deceased Hope at World's End, issue number 10. It's one of those little ones. It's only cost 99 cents. Go check it out. It really does help really unfold the world of Deceased. Make sure you go check it out. I thought issue 10 I thought it was a pretty good issue, but again, it falls right in line with what that was. Issue number 3 of Deceased came out with, where I'm kind of like, I guess you were going to have to do it at some point, weren't you, Tom Taylor? Weren't you? I don't know. It was still pretty good stuff, though, that they're doing over there. So that's all I have for my DC books this week. Next week, we've got a few goodies coming out, though, right? Ooh, I can't wait. But that's all I have for this week. Going to go ahead and move into Marvel. There's a few Marvel books, not as much this week, but there's a few of them out there. Starting off here with the Immortal She-Hulk, issue number 1. Now, this one right here, I'm not for sure if this is going to be a mini-series. Is this going to be an ongoing series? I'm not really for sure. I haven't been reading the Immortal Hulk or anything, but I figured I'd get this, you know, do a review on it, see how it is, let you guys know. So pay attention coming up on the channel for that, for a review on that one. Again, you know, Hulk isn't my biggest thing or anything, so hey, we're going to check this out and see how it is. And plus, I don't know, I thought that cover was pretty cool. Wasn't it? Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, let me know. Are you going to be reading Immortal She-Hulk this week? Are you going to check it out? Let me know. Oh, now, guys, here we go. We're getting into it right here, guys. We've got X-Men and the X of Swords, or 10 of Swords, issue number 1. This is the wraparound variant right there. You can see the front there, and got the little wraparound cover there. It's that. I believe this is a Mark Brooks variant wraparound. I'm not too, like, there was several other covers that came out. I couldn't decide which one I liked the most, because I like Magic, but like the cover that they had Magic on, I was like, I don't know. And then there was another one. Who did that other one that I liked? Ooh, Russell Dauterman. There's the Russell Dauterman cover, but I like Russell Dauterman's work, but there's just something about, there's always these little nitpicks that I have about the work that he does, and it's like all over that cover. Of course, I could sit there and say the same thing about this Mark Brooks variant as well. There's just all kinds of little things that I nitpick about, and I'm just like, and there's just these things all over all of these books this week, and I'm just like, it's coming to flip a coin. But I picked one. I got the Mark Brooks variant. Let me know which one that you got down in the comments below, because I know you picked it up. Don't act like you didn't. You know you're reading the 10 of Swords, X of Swords. Don't argue. It's a 10 of Swords. We all know it's a 10. This one I actually seen advertised as 10 of Swords. Now moving on, the next issue is another number 1. This is Juggernaut, issue number 1. Now, the one thing I don't know about this series is this a Dawn of X book? Is it a Ten of Swords book? I don't really know. It doesn't seem like it's really advertised as any of those things. But I do have to tell you, make sure you pick this issue up at your LCS this week. And I'm going to guess that it's not because it didn't have here at the back where it ties into any kind of like, any other issues or anything. But make sure that you buy this issue. I will tell you that there's a first appearance of a new character in here. I'm pretty sure of all of that stuff, so I've already read this one, so pick it up. Don't say I didn't tell you to. Don't say I didn't tell you to. I thought Juggernaut was a pretty decent read. It was fast. It was a quick read. Like I opened the book, started reading it, and it was like next thing you know, I was done. And sometimes I think that could be a bad thing, and sometimes I think it's a good thing. I think in this case it was pretty good because I was interested in the story that was going on and stuff. So hey, make sure you check out Juggernaut if you're interested in that. Some interesting things here because I don't know enough about all of these X-Men characters and everything, how this is pertaining to X-Men, the current X-Men, the Dawn of X, and the Ten of Swords, and his relationship with the X-Men and stuff. I don't know enough about that, but interesting book. Check it out. The next one I've got here is Spiderwoman, issue number 4. Now, I still got to read issue number 3. But issue number 1, issue number 2, they were good enough to make me want to, read on. So we'll see how 3 and 4 are. Issue 5, if it's not good, issue number 5 should come out and it'll probably end the story arc, and I can stop there, or issue number 6. Sometimes they go through 6, but I don't know. Let me know if you've been reading Spider-Woman. It's not terrible. It's not great. It's just it's okay. It's okay. The next one here, oh man. And here's the thing, is I know you guys probably forgot. You probably forgot this was even a book, right? Because I'm going to talk about it and you'll be like, what? The what? The Spider-Man issue number 4, J.J. Abrams Spider-Man with his son Henry Abrams and Sarah Pichelli on art book. What? Didn't this come out like a year ago? Yeah, this series started off like a long time ago, but you know how it is. Hey, things are busy for J.J. Abrams. He's been a busy man. Maybe his son has been too. I don't know. What's his son do anyway? What's Henry Abrams do? Besides look smug when they're announcing their comic book on Marvel Entertainment. I don't know. Can't wait to read Spider-Man issue number 4. This series, it's something a little bit different. It's one of those Elseworld kind of tales, I guess you could say. It's been interesting. The one thing I think is funniest about this series is that Tony Stark in this series, he's MCU Tony Stark. I know that like he's not like in the comic books, like in the regular, he's not completely like the MC like this, but this right here, this is like I'm reading this book and this is like Tony Stark, MCU Tony Stark to me, which I'm not gonna get into my feelings on that. So we're gonna go ahead and move on. We'll move on, right? We'll move on. We're a DC channel now anyway, so you already know what I'm gonna say. The next one I've got here is Star Wars Bounty Hunters issue number 5. If I'm not mistaken, I think this one would probably finish off a story arc, and I might drop this one there. Checking out these first handful of issues, I did finally get caught up on this series. Been a pretty interesting series here with these bounty hunters and everything that's going on. We've seen Boba Fett make a comeback and everything, so a lot of stuff going on, especially with that Boba Fett news going on right there out there in the world right now with Mandalorian talk and all of those kinds of things. So hey, I don't know. Plus they say these comics are canon anyway, so hey, it's worth checking out. I think Bounty Hunters has been pretty decent. I know what was it, Darth Vader came out last week as well. I didn't get last week's issue read, but I did get caught up on that series as well. Pretty interesting stuff going on in these Star Wars books. But let me know, do you read Star Wars books? Are you that into it? Do you read all of those? I know I heard my man Star Wars Santa talking about some of those comic books today on his morning live stream, but well, I guess that was yesterday. But yeah, you should check out Star Wars Bounty Hunters. Pretty good. Not too bad. But that's all I have for my Marvel books. I'm going to go ahead and move into some small press and indies here, starting off with one of my favorite publishers, man. These guys put out great books constantly putting out great books. I'm not saying everything they do is gold, but a lot of their books I really do like what they do with them. But this is on Aftershock Comics. This one is Miles to Go, issue number 1. Now this one right here, I was interested in. Like, I'm not for sure. They've been putting kind of previewing this in some of their series that have been coming out lately, some of their books, and this one kind of caught my attention. I don't know. It looks like the ad and everything they did looked pretty good, and I really wanted to check this one out. It seems like almost like a Black Widow kind of story, you know, where you see like this little girl who is probably raised from a young age to be like a hitman or a spy or something, and then like or a hit woman. My bad. Calm down. Hey. But anyway, it seemed like that kind of a story, so I was interested in checking this one out. I want to see how this is. I've never even heard of this writer, B. Clay Moore, art by Stephen Molnar, letter of Thomas Maurer. It all looked pretty decent. The art in it looked pretty good. The coloring and everything. The story seemed okay, so we're going to check it out and see how that is on Aftershock Comics. Moving on into one of my other new favorite publishers out there, guys. You know what? Before I get into that, people say, there's a lot of people out there talking about how bad 2020 is, COVID and this and that and blah, 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 everything. Okay, yeah, it's been rough. It has. We're not going to act like this is a plus year. It's definitely not a plus year. But there are still good things that have come out of this year. And one of those good things that has come out this year is AWA Upshot. And they coming out with this, their new publisher coming out with these new series, and this is Archangel 8, issue number 5 of 5, being written by Michael Morisi. And I am telling you, I love this book. It's a good one. It's very kind of like The Punisher. I think this is a good read. This is the last of this series. We do know that AWA Upshot has been coming out and doing their books in seasons. We know that recently Hotel just ended. Red Border just ended. Now we got Archangel issue number 5 getting ready to end here. Old Haunts is going to be ending soon. The Resistance is going to be, last issue of that is next week as well. We've got Bad Mother that just started up a couple of months ago. They've got American Ronin getting ready to come out next month as well. I'm telling you guys, AWA Upshot, they are on the upshot. They're on an upward trajectory here, doing good books, good work. They've also got Year Zero is getting ready to end soon too, but they've already got that one scheduled for a second season. They've already had it solicited in the previews, so it's coming out. We know it's good. Doing good stuff over there. Axel Alonso, Bill Jemison, the crew over there, everybody over there, the writers, the artists, everybody over there doing the work over at AWA Upshot is doing that. They are doing the work and doing a great job doing it. Once again, I think I did this last week too. Shouts out to AWA Upshot. Now this next one is on a publisher I'd never heard of before. I'm guessing maybe there's somewhat newer, but this is on Behemoth. This one is called Hotline Miami Wildlife, issue number 1. Now, the one thing I did learn about this was it says here, I think it said somewhere here in the beginning that this was is based on Hotline Miami characters and events created and owned by Denton Games. So I'm guessing this is all based on like on a video game property and everything. I won't pretend to know about that, but that's what it's saying right there. So hey, I'm gonna take their word for it. Interested to read this one, see how it is compared to, like, you know, a couple weeks ago I did that Cyberpunk 2077 based on a game. It seems like comic books are a place where these video games can put properties out and do pretty good. We know that they struggle at the movie theaters and things like that with a lot of the things coming out. So interested to see how this one is. Which brings me to my next one on Boom Studios Comics. That's Mega Man Fully Charged, issue number 2. I did read issue number 1. Man, did I even drop my review for that here on the channel? I don't think I did. I neglected to. But I'm gonna drop it along with the review for this one right here, Mega Man issue number 2, Fully Charged. I thought the first issue was pretty good. The art in it is very Boom Studios. It's very got that Boom feel to it. That's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. The story, again, I'm not really super into it or anything, Mega Man or anything. It's something I remember from my childhood, so I figured I'd check these out, bring some reviews for you guys here on those. But let me know, are you guys into Mega Man? Is this something, you know? Are you guys mad at Boom Studios too? But moving on into the next one on IDW Comics, we've got Canto 2, The Hollow Man, issue number 2. Another great series, breakout series from last year with Canto. The first series was really good. The Hollow Man here, issue number 1 started off it's going to be hard to quite match what they did in that first series of Canto. Issue number 1 of Canto 2, I thought kind of got there. It kind of got us there. Interested to see where this next arc takes us and where issue number 2 takes us on this one. Now this next one here, I believe I forgot to read issue number 4 on this. This is on Oni Press. This is Dryad, issue number 5. I'm not sure how much longer this one's going to go on for as well. If this one's going to be an ongoing, I do know I've seen more solicits of it coming out. Not sure how long I'll keep reading this one. It's been interesting. It's been very interesting read. So nothing that's turned me away from this series. Nothing that's really kept me on. So like it's just, I mean, well, I guess not kept me. I said that wrong, but nothing to turn me off. I've enjoyed this series, especially considering how it started off. At first, I was kind of like, I don't know. It's all kind of played out pretty good so far here in this series. Now, the next one on Titan Comics that I've got here is Blade Runner 2019 with that Sid Mead variant. Ooh, look at that. I've been picking up the Sid Mead variants because they have all of the, Sid Mead was the one who did, he's the artist who did all of the original concept artwork for the Blade Runner film. A movie, I like. I haven't seen it forever, but I remember liking it, and this artwork that he does on these, very good stuff. So, give him these read and enjoying them. The next couple here I've got are on Vault Comics. You guys know how much I love Vault Comics, but they had a few different covers of this one that they were coming out with. I didn't know which one to pick up, so I had them hold one for me. I picked up this one, and there was a third one too. There's a third one that I wanted to get. I think it was the main cover that I ended up not getting, but this one right here is the Autumnal issue number 1, and check out that cover. I don't know. I thought that cover was pretty nice. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Can't wait to get in here and read this. The Autumnal, I mean, it's on their Nightfall line. You can see that here on the back. So I'm guessing that, to me, that sounds like this is going for a very horror element, and I love that. I love that. So yeah, can't wait to get here into the Autumnal. Been hearing good things about it. Then the next one that I've got here in my last book is Shadow Service issue number 2. Now guys, this one I read issue number 1. This one I'm not too for sure on here because guys, like you guys know, I'm not really into vampires, zombies, and magic. They've got to be good. I thought issue number 1 did enough to get me to want to read issue number 2. We're going to read it here, do a review, and see how it is. But that's all I have for my comic book pull list this week, guys. I want to know from you, what's on your comic book pull list, and what of these books would you like me to do some more in-depth reviews on here on the channel? Also, let me know all your thoughts on any of these books. If you've read any of these books, let me know what they are, and maybe next week on Monday we'll get to some of those comments and read them in the video that I dropped for what's on the new comics dropping this week, whatever we're gonna call it. I drop those things occasionally on Mondays, but make sure you let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you what's on your comic book pull list, and again, what are these books you'd like me to cover. But that's all I have for this video today, folks. Thank you all so much for tuning into the Second Street Marvel. If you're not already, please make sure you subscribe, click the little bell and all of that good stuff. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Give it a thumbs down if you're a weirdo and you don't like hearing me flap my gums about comic books. But while you're at it, make sure that you share it with a friend and invite them to come hang out with us here on the Second Street Marvel. We love to read comic books, especially indie comic books, and we'd love to talk about all of these comic books with you. You have a good day, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.